Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. My name is Amir Merchant from G.E.M.S Immigration Services. I am a licensed immigration advisor for New Zealand and a former migration agent for Australia, currently based at our head office in Auckland. Before we begin, here is something that every migrant worker in New Zealand needs to hear. If you are on an employer-supported visa and facing any kind of workplace exploitation, there is a visa designed specifically to protect you. But here is the reality. Recent changes have made this visa stricter, more targeted, and in some cases more difficult to use if you are not fully aware of the rules. In this video, I am going to break down the Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa, what it is, what has changed, how it works in 26, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself and take the right steps if you ever find yourself in a difficult situation. Make sure you watch this video till the end, because what I am about to explain could make a critical difference to your legal status and your future in New Zealand. Now let's get started. First, what exactly is the Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa? This visa was introduced to protect migrant workers who are being exploited by their employers. It allows you to leave an exploitative job immediately and remain lawfully in New Zealand while you look for a new opportunity. The key purpose of this visa is protection. It is designed to give you a safe exit from a bad situation without risking your immigration status. This is especially important for migrants whose visas are tied to a specific employer. Now think about this. Without this visa, many workers would feel forced to stay in unfair or abusive conditions simply because they are afraid of losing their visa. This visa removes that fear. Now let's talk about how long this visa is valid. The Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa is typically granted for up to 6 months. This gives you time to leave the exploitative situation, report the issue, and find a new job. But here is where things have changed significantly. One of the biggest updates introduced from late 2024 is that you can no longer apply for a second Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa. Let me repeat that because this is extremely important. You generally only get one opportunity under this visa for a particular situation. If you apply for another one after that, it will be declined. This means you must use this visa strategically and carefully. Now here is something many people misunderstand. This visa is not a long-term solution. It is a short-term protection tool. Its purpose is to give you time to act, not to remain indefinitely. Now let's talk about eligibility. To apply for this visa, you must be on a work visa that is linked to an employer. To apply for this visa, you must be on a work visa that is linked to an employer. You must have experienced genuine exploitation, and you must make a credible report of that exploitation. This is a critical requirement. You cannot simply claim exploitation. There must be a genuine employment relationship and credible evidence. Now, here is another important update. The definition of exploitation has been clarified and tightened. Not every workplace issue qualifies. For example, situations like redundancy or business closure do not automatically count as exploitation unless there are clear exploitative elements involved. This is where many applicants make mistakes. They assume any job loss or dispute qualifies, but that is not the case. Now let's talk about what this visa allows you to do. This is an open work visa. It means you are not tied to a specific employer. You can work for almost any employer while you are on this visa. However, there is another important update you need to be aware of. From 2026, open work visas in New Zealand are being structured more clearly with specific employment conditions. For visas like this one, you are generally required to work for an employer rather than being self-employed or running your own business. So while the visa gives flexibility, it still comes with conditions. Now let's talk about the process. The first step is recognizing and reporting exploitation. This is crucial. The entire visa is based on a credible report. Once you report the situation, you can apply for the visa. If approved, you will receive an open work visa that allows you to remain in New Zealand and look for a new job. Now, here is something very important to understand. This visa is also designed to encourage reporting. This visa still allows you to remain lawfully in New Zealand. It still provides time to find a new job, and it still plays a key role in protecting migrant workers from unfair treatment. But the way it is assessed has become more focused and stricter. Now, let's talk about the biggest advantages of this visa. It gives you immediate protection. It allows you to leave an unsafe or unfair workplace. It provides legal status while you transition to a new job, and it supports you in taking action against exploitation. Now, let's talk about the limitations. It is a short-term visa. It cannot be extended in most cases. You cannot rely on it multiple times for the same situation, and you must meet strict eligibility criteria. This is why understanding the visa properly is so important. Now let's talk about the most common mistakes applicants make: not reporting exploitation properly, submitting weak or inconsistent evidence, misunderstanding what qualifies as exploitation, assuming they can apply multiple times, and not planning their next step after receiving the visa. These mistakes can lead to refusal or missed opportunities. Now let's go through a practical example. If a migrant worker is being underpaid, threatened, or forced to work under illegal conditions, they may qualify for this visa. But if someone simply loses their job due to redundancy, that alone may not be enough. Understanding this difference is critical. Now let's bring everything together. The Migrant Exploitation Protection Work Visa is a powerful safety mechanism, but it is not a fallback option you can rely on repeatedly. It is a one-time opportunity to protect yourself and reset your situation. So if you ever need to use it, you must do it correctly. Now, here is something I want you to remember. Your visa should never be a reason for you to tolerate exploitation. New Zealand has systems in place to protect you, but you must take the right steps at the right time. Thank you once again for watching this video. We hope you found this information useful and practical. If you are currently facing issues with your employer or need guidance on your visa options, you can contact us anytime by calling or sending a message on our WhatsApp number +642217860007, which is also provided in the comment section below. We will get in touch with you as soon as possible. We will be back again with another important update very soon. Until then, stay safe, stay informed, and most importantly, stay ahead. Take care.